All right, Tuna Talk, episode 7. Let's get it right, y'all. So we do tuna because it's good for us, not because we like it. Now, tuna is a good source of protein. 1 can of tuna is going to give you 20 grams of protein. It's a quick, easy snack that you can do to increase your protein intake for the day. All right, so we don't have this tuna today, but I'm not going to throw it because I don't have any goldfish. So I'm going to go ahead and take the crackers out of this bad boy. I'll get to this packet later. We have this tuna now. My baby didn't make it. I tried another crack at me making it again. So here we go. This is what it looks like. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, so let's get it. Let's do a taste test. Now this right here is 2 cans of tuna. So we're going to try and eat all of this before Tuna Talk's over. All right, let's get it. All right, I think I did better this time. I did better this time. Okay, not better than her. I did better. Now, y'all usually don't see me with the crackers because I usually have my goldfish, but guess what? I finally finished the bag. But we're gonna take the cracker. Now, I almost put bacon in here. Maybe I'll do bacon next time. So much better than the first one I did, yes! So the main topic today, is going to be working and a workout life balance. When to train and when to eat based on different work schedules. So now you have people who work 6 a.m., people who work 9 a.m., and people who work at 11 p.m. 3 hours. So how can we train with that? And I tell people when they ask me this question, the main thing you want to keep in mind is when are you going to eat? So you don't want to work out and then go so long without replenishing your nutrients. What did I put in here? So we started off with 2 cans of tuna. Now I did 2 cans because it's extra protein. So we got 40 grams of protein in there. Each can is 20. So don't worry about not making your protein when you got tuna. 1 tablespoon of mayo. After that, we're going to hit another tablespoon with relish. Now it's time to get some seasonings in that bad boy. Black pepper. And then we're going to hit paprika. Now, after that, I did onion powder. I didn't have garlic powder. That's usually what I like to put in it. But here's some Italian seasoning I mixed in there. After that, Old Bay. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. All right. Now, I did forget to add mustard, so we're going to do it now. I usually prefer to do it in the beginning. After that, we're going to not forget our eggs. We have 2 eggs to mix up in there. Now, 1 egg is about 6 to 8 grams of protein, depending on the type that you get. So we're going to say it's about 14 grams of protein right in here. We're going to pick 7. All right. Let's chop that up, and then we're going to mix it up. All in there together. Yummy, 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 yummy. Now, this is something that's quick, easy, like I said. And we don't do tuna because we like it. We do it because it's good for us. Let's go. All right. Right. We're going to take a trip to the whiteboard. So, training, working out, and having a job. Working out and your work-life balance. What are we going to do? How are we do it? The main thing when you're trying to figure out your time to work out, you want to include when are you going to eat? Because within an hour and a half of working out, you want to eat some protein. You want to replenish the protein and replenish the electrolytes that you lost from your training so your body can continue to work for you after you work out. Because as we discussed, and I want to say episode 3 of Tuna Talk, we talked about BMR and how your body burns calories after you work out. So that's why it's important to know when you're going to eat again. Now, we have 3 different shifts. We got 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Now, all 3 of these shifts, they require a person to train a little bit differently. Now, if you work, let's figure out the best times to work out. If you work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., me personally, I think the best time to work out, so you want to work out. I'm going to change the color for it. You want to work out after you get off work. So I'm going to say after. We're going to do from 2:30 to 4 p.m. That's around your workout time. So let's say you maybe live an hour from your job or whatever the case may be. After you get off work between 2:30 and 4 p.m., you should be able to get a workout in. 45 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, you should be able to get that workout in. All right. So that's for my 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, workout. 9 to 5ers. Now, 9 to 5 is a sweet spot when it comes to training because you're in opportune times to eat during both of those times. Me personally, I would do before. It's not a big deal if you do after. It's going to be, I'm going to put a little asterisk by it. It's going to be a personal preference at that point in time. Next thing, you got 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Now, these are my overnight workers, my graveyard shift, my road dog type of workers. Now, for me personally, I would suggest that you work out. You want to work out after you get off work. You're looking at a time between 7:30, let's just say 9 a.m. Some people, they be dragging to get off work. Here, if you did before, you're going to be working out between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. Excuse me, I missed that one. Those would be the workout times. Now, why did I select those workout times? Because like I said, it's important for when we're going to eat. So eating times. If you are doing intermittent fasting, that's fine. You can keep doing it. Just stay consistent. If you're not going to do intermittent fasting, you're going to basically have a standard macros breakdown, which in my opinion is a well-balanced diet that you can sustain for the rest of your life. I work 6 to 8 a.m. Now, the reason we're working out after when we're working 6 to 8 a.m., because a lot of people, you're not going to eat that early in the morning. Also, you have to wake up really early to come to the gym. So it's not something I always suggest. Can you do it? If you want to work out at 4 in the morning before you go to work, please do it. Please do it. Now, the key thing is if you do that, grab a snack. Eating times are going to be important. When you wake up before you go to work, your first meal is going to be, let's say 5 a.m. You're going to eat at 5 a.m. So you got 5 a.m. Now, I would suggest you eat light. Like a light snack. If you are early enough, go ahead and eat your breakfast that early. I would prefer you eat your breakfast over having a light snack. It all depends on yourself. Now, we say light snack because if people haven't been eating breakfast, they got to get used to eating it. Just bite something. That's going to be the first process of digestion. At 5 a.m., that's going to be your first meal. Your next meal is your lunch. Don't skip lunch. Don't work through lunch. Lunch is for you. Don't let them people overwork you. Your second meal, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., maybe 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's your lunch break. Lunch. Eat your lunch. Eat a light lunch. Eat a good lunch. Eat a good lunch. You want a hearty lunch. This is going to be probably one of the biggest, first big meal of your day. Go ahead and eat your lunch. Go ahead and get some good calories in there. After that, it's time to get off. Now we're working out 2:30, 4 p.m. After you work out, let's say it's 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. After you work out, you're going to eat again. You're going to eat a light snack, AKA protein shake. This is when you want to eat your protein shakes. This is when you want to drink your protein shakes, excuse me. You want to drink your protein shakes as soon as you finish working out or have a light snack, one of the two. Then at the end of your day, 5 to 8 p.m., depending on when you eat dinner, you're going to eat dinner. Easy peasy. You got your 4 meals in a day. It's going to help with your metabolism as far as increasing it. Now, 9 to 5ers, you're going to be working out at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's going to be the best time in my opinion. Now, the little asterisk is for people who like to work out after work. And you can do 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. if that's what you like to do. If that's your time for working out, that's fine. Let's break down eating times because that is going to help decide when you work out. First thing in the morning, if you work out before you go to work, you do not have to eat before you work out. You are going to need to eat before you go into work. First meal, let's go over our eating times. First meal, what we got? Me personally, by 8 a.m., you should have eaten. 8 a.m. breakfast, light snack. 8 a.m., you should be eating, especially if you worked out first. After you leave the gym, where you have that breakfast or that protein shake. Breakfast or protein shake. All right. Now we're at work 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So about 1, 2 o'clock, it's time for lunch. That's going to be the next time you eat. Again, don't skip your lunch. It is for you. Do not say I'm going to work through lunch. No, you're not going to work through lunch. You're going to eat your lunch. Okay. So 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. we got lunch. Leftovers, whatever the case it may be, please have it a high protein lunch right there. We want at least 30 to 35 grams of protein for our lunch. All right. So we're good. We're moving on. Now it's time to get off work. It is 5 p.m. Now this is where you have an option. If you already worked out, go home. Go home. This is where the asterisk comes in. 5 p.m. and you've already worked out. It's time to go home. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Time to go home, eat that dinner. As soon as you get in the house, start thinking about dinner. Matter of fact, you should have took the meat out. You should have already took the meat out. Dinner time. Now let's say you're working out 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Before you work out during this time, if you're going to work out in the evening, you need to have a snack here for dinner. So if you worked out here, if you worked out in the evening, have a snack in place. All right. Now, so on and so on. You get off, you leave the gym 7 p.m., 8 p.m. That's when we want to have dinner. You got dinner or light snack. This is where the 9 to 5ers. 9 to 5ers, as far as training, you guys have a really sweet spot. You can choose to work out before, you can choose to work out after. Now, if you work a shift like 7 to 5, I do suggest working out before because that's wild. You're not going to feel like doing nothing when you get off work. All right. Next thing, my overnight grave shift workers. We are eating times. Now, this is where the eating times get a little testy. All right. So, overnight workers, I say it's best to work after you get off work, which would be between 7:30, 9 a.m. That's going to be your time to work out. When are we going to eat? Let's look at the overnight schedule a little bit different. They're a little backwards because of their times. And the person who works overnight, their morning is at 8, 9 p.m. Okay? They're waking up. So let's just say, excuse me, I didn't mean to use that red one. They're waking up. We're going to say 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., 10 p.m., whatever the case may be. You're going to eat breakfast. It is okay to eat breakfast at night. You work overnight. Your time clock is backwards. So eat breakfast in the morning. Eat breakfast in the night, excuse me. Eat breakfast from 7 p.m. to between 9 a.m. Between that time, you want to go ahead and eat breakfast before you go to work. After that, you're at work. Your lunch break may be 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Now, you're going to eat your lunch. Don't work through lunch. Don't work through lunch. Y'all got to stop letting these companies do you like that. Don't work through lunch. All right. So we got our lunch from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Now we got, let's see, a couple more hours of work left. Now it is, let's say 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. We're going to have a snack. We're going to have a snack because we need a little bit of carbs before we go into the gym. And then 7:30 to 9 a.m. you're going to eat, you're going to be working out. All right. Now after that, you finish the gym. Now let's say it's 9 a.m., 9 to 10 a.m., you're going to eat dinner. You're going to eat dinner. You're going to eat dinner. You're going to eat a light dinner and you're going to go to bed. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's plenty of time to sleep. That's 8 to 9 hours of sleep you'll get before you're back up again. And that's how I would break somebody's workout schedule if they were doing overnight. So let's take it back. Let's do a review. If I'm working 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., I'm going to work out after I get off work. If I'm working 5 to 9, I have the option to work out before I go to work or after I go to work. You got to pick your poison there. Lastly, overnight workers, I'm going to work out after I get off before I go home. And that's going to be our workout schedule for different job shifts. All right. Whew. All right. Great tuna talk, y'all. Let's get our tuna. Let's get back to our tuna. All righty. In other news, let's go Green Bay. We beat them Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our defense is looking so much better. Our offense, we're getting passes. We're 5-1. So that right there, we needed that win. We needed that win to push us in a place where we're not just a fluke team. We didn't just so happen to fluke and be at the top of the NFC North. Now the NFC North is very competitive. So it's going to be interesting. We played the Panthers on Sunday at Lambeau Field. I would say I'm not worried, but you can come in. I would say I'm not worried, but I'm also. All right, and that's the end of Tuna Talk, you guys. Been a great time. Had a lot of fun. It's time to go work out. Boom.
Something smells like chlorine.
Probably my tuna.
Stay down.